30 years, he has struggled with a dangerous drug addiction that nearly destroyed him. And today, he says he's clean, he's in love, and a little later on, you're going to see him take the stage for his premiere performance from his brand new solo CD called The Futurists. Okay, what was your lowest point?
It was probably when I realized I was going to be going and doing time, and I wasn't going to...
In a real prison.
In a real prison, yes. As opposed to an imaginary prison like the rest.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, is because I think, and God bless Judge Myra in Malibu Superior Court. I thought I would never say that. God bless you, Judge Myra. Because, you know, I needed to be intervened on in a big way.
So when he said that, I'm going to send you to a place that's uncomfortable and all of that.
Yeah.
And you end up in, you are Robert Downey Jr. You know, Golden Globe Award winner, Oscar nominee, movies, all the world, the life that most people look at and think, gee, I'd like a piece of that life. And then you are in prison, you are wearing, what, that little orange uniform thing?
Well, occasionally, yes. We also, by the time you're in prison, you get to have better clothes, some jeans and stuff like that. Not bad, prison fashion.
Not bad. Okay, but you are in there, you are in prison.
Yes.
And within a cell.
Within a cell.
Within a cell.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in a cell alone, or are you sharing a cell?
It changed a lot, and you know, it's a whole culture, and it takes what it takes, you know.
Were you afraid?
I was, the first day I was kind of scared, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a lot of stuff that happened that doesn't bear mentioning because things are violent, and there's certain things that you do when you enter that system that you wouldn't care to do on the street, but it's part of the deal. I just took full advantage of it. I mean, it's strange to say, but, you know, even though it wasn't the end of my struggle, you know, I made the best use of that time that I could, because they say if you don't do the time will do you.
You earn 8 cents an hour?
Yeah.
On kitchen duty. Really?
So don't complain about minimum wage.
And were you was that a humbling experience at all?
What's humbling is to have to live your life for some reason that is yet to be explained to me by God in such a public way, when so much of it is so humiliating and embarrassing. So by the time I got into prison, it wasn't like, wow, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. You know, it was an extension of things being miserable. Mm-hmm. So
that's a good point. And so by the time you're in prison, that's not rock bottom for you?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
What is?
You know, I just happened to be in a situation the very last time, and I said, you know what, I don't think I can continue doing this. And I reached out for help, and I ran with it, you know, because you can reach out for help in kind of a half-assed way, and you'll get it, and you won't take advantage of it, mm-hmm. You know. It's not that difficult to overcome these seemingly ghastly problems.
You are saying that it's not that difficult?
No. What's hard is to decide.
Being as you are obviously known as being Iron Man, are you concerned with wearing a large thing in the exact same spot?
No.
Did you ever think of that?
Life is funny, because I was doing this before I ever got fitted for the RT, so it was more of art imitating oddball stuff I was doing anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. But Iron Man, obviously, this is even more interesting, because maybe you were born to be Iron Man, because Iron Man obviously had that from the comic books.
Loosely prearranged destiny. And what's incredible is how far afield you can go from it and still find your way back.
Yeah. Well, there's been, the whole superhero genre thing is so interesting to me, because there's so many reboots, and there's so many, like, how many fucking Spider-Mans have there been? How many Hulks have there been?
Yep.
There's only one Iron Man, though. You got that.
Thus far. What year is it?
Get the fuck out of here. You're Iron Man, man. It's just like, there's certain dudes just own a role. And if anybody else tried to be Iron Man, we'd be like, nah.
Well, interestingly enough, East Coaster, a dad of some renown, very different. My dad was a kind of a underground filmmaker, auteur maverick. I grew up definitely being Bob Downey Sr.'s kid. Spent time on Long Island, which is, I think, where Tony was raised.
Yeah.
But when Stan Lee was really thinking that through, it was the Vietnam era, and he was thinking about the military-industrial complex. He was thinking about how about if I can throw a little bit of, not politics in here, but karma? And he gets shrapnel by the own thing, and it becomes, So, and then, of course, there was the whole demon in the bottle. I think he was the first superhero who ever, had the, almost hang up his jersey because he was hammered.
Yeah.
So, there was obviously, but again, once something goes your way, you can draw all the parallels you want, and you can call it destiny. But it was something that I definitely felt drawn to, and I definitely fought for. And looking back on it, I go, why was I fighting for that? Because it turned out to be a pretty special thing.
Wow, it's an amazing thing. You embodied it in a very strange way. It's inexorable at this point. Which is why I thought it was cool that you're going to do Dr. Dolittle, because I love the fact I'm a fan of your work. You've done a lot of great stuff.
Likewise.
And you doing Dr. Dolittle is like a cool. I don't want to say you're not taking yourself seriously, but you're taking a
trust
risk.
that I'm not.
But you're taking. This is a fun kids movie about a guy who talks to animals.
Yeah.
That's a great break because if you're Iron Man, there's certain people that, for whatever reason, become a role and that is it. That's what we will accept. You are that guy. And you're not doing that. You're able to, through your talent and through your ability to take chances, you're able to be a bunch of different things as well as be the Iron Man.
Yeah, don't we? I don't know. If I'm noticing anything now, it's that we need to shift and we need new challenges. And just like MMA and society and politics, things are moving and morphing, and the information age is making things so everything's learning and growing from everything so quickly, and improving or disproving or discounting whatever's happening next. But for me, I heard that this was on the table. My missus, who's my creative partner in all things, said Steve Gagan. I was like, I know Steve Gagan, Syriana. Really? What did he do? He wrote, wow, that's a big turn for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And to say, it's not, I don't want to
be.
be.
That's big. That's good. That's really big.
Oh.
No, really, I do. I think that's really profound. I really do. So you made a decision this last time that it was it.
Sure.
Okay. Has Mel Gibson played a big role in your life?
Oh, sure he has.
How so?
Well, he's someone who his faith and his convictions are his guide in his own life. And so there's been times when I say, God, he seems to put himself in situations that can be tumultuous, occasionally on purpose to express himself. And he had just indicated to me that, there was some things that he practiced in his life that I might want to utilize, and I've kind of done my own spin on that, and it's worked a lot.
Really?
Smile. Though your heart is aching. Smile. Even though it's breaking. When there are clouds, you'll get by.